What is going on, guys? DBG here, and today we are going to be talking about the best small forwards in NBA 2K21 MyTEAM. So yeah, the small forward position, funnily enough, 9 of the 10 are new this month. That is the most of any position ever, and there are 9 new players in this list. Because, like, if you guys don't know, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, small forwards were garbage. They were absolutely garbage up until the last couple of weeks. Basically, it would push players' overalls really high. They were small forwards. But basically, 2K made everyone who was a small forward either 2-guard or a power forward, but now that the cards are 99 overall, it doesn't matter with overalls anymore, so they can make them all small forwards, thankfully. So guys that are honorable mentions, first of all, Elgin Baylor, when he does come out on Friday, is going to be in there. Elgin Baylor is going to be God. Alex English was so close. Alex English was number 11. I actually had him at number 10 and I swapped it out last second. Alex English, I like him. Melo, nowhere close. Like Cedric Maxwell, Wiggins, even Schrempf, like, aren't that far off top 10. But I will say, we got 10 fairly decent cards, which is a shock. This is the first month where I can say not all small forwards are garbage, which again is a huge surprise for me, to be honest. But anyway, yeah, at number 10, we are going to put in Justice Winslow. Definitely best we play it at the point guard position. But if you're looking at him, quick dribble style, pro 3 behind the back, good release and very quick, pro 2 escape. He's got showtime, range, quick first step clamps. He needs handles for days, but he's got 92 speed, 92 acceleration, 93 ball, 88 shot close, 87 mid, 90 drive and dunk, 95 lateral. So you're looking, he's got basically everything. In terms of his badges, like, you probably would want to put clutch shooter on him, but he does have like range. He got like gold deadeye and stuff, which does help. He's got, like, you probably want to put bronze bailout on him, a couple of defense badges. He's not a perfect card, but he's really good. Again, like, I'm still trying to find that backup point guard role on my team. Like, my favorite point guard is Tyreke Evans right now that I have. It's between like Winslow, Luka. I don't like Manu. I've been trying to use Manu and I just hate him. Then there is Jamal Crawford as well. All of those guys and Winslow are all kind of competing for my backup point guard to Tyreke Evans. And it's a really close one because I am a huge fan of guys like Winslow that have been kind of overlooked. But he's solid at the 1, he's solid at the 3, and especially if you've got handles for days on him, really solid card. At number 9, we've got Larry Keenan. So, Larry Keenan, 6'9", 6'10" wingspan. His wingspan looks and feels a lot longer than 6'10", because again, it's something about his player build. Like, his player build is really good, lads. It is really good. So, his defense, all right. Base 4, I like it. It's not one of the best releases, but it's not a bad release by any means. Like, it's the same release as, what's his name, Dikembe Mutombo. He's got Pro 2, Pro 5 behind the back. 86 3 ball, which again, you might be saying, oh, that's really low. Plus, let's just say Frank Vogel is your coach. Because I would say D'Antoni would be 75k. Let's just say Frank Vogel, 9k MT, whatever. He goes to 89 3 ball, and then one player on your team is Hall of Fame floor general, which every single point guard in the game has right now. He goes up to a 93 3 ball, and then if you want to put a shoe on him, even a plus 3 ball shoe, you get to 96 3 ball, 96 versus 99, same difference. 94 speed, 94 acceleration, 96 lateral, 98 driving dunk. Like, his defense is spectacular. He's got 15 of the 16 Hall of Fame badges. Only gold range extender, and I would say that one of the kind of weaker things about or he's like better Scottie Pippen. That's the best way to describe him. He's like better Scottie Pippen. Again, he's not incredible. Like, his upper is weird. I'll say that. But I will say Larry Keenan is a very, very solid card. And the fact he's number 9 just shows how good this small forward position is. There are 9, compared to last time where I was like, this is a garbage position, there are 9 very good players. Like, if he's number 9, I think the gap between him and Winslow is a little bit, but the rest of these cards are good. Then we got Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards can cook. Again, base 80, Pro 2, quick dribble style. I really like base 80. I know people don't like it on current gen, but it's unbelievable. Next, he's got 47 half badges. Speed, speedball, and acceleration, all of 96, well, 96, 95, 96. He's got 95 lateral quickness, which is insane. The only problem is he's a little bit short. I guess the only problem with this card is the 6'5" for a 2-guard small forward is a little bit short. I wish he was a point. If he was a point guard like he was last year, I mean, in game, especially on next gen, this guy is like no blinders Harden. But again, like Hall of Fame Showtime, is there any badge that he doesn't have? I mean, maybe you want to give him rim, but that doesn't matter. Like, he's got all the badges you need. And yeah, we have got Anthony Edwards right here, just a little bit short, which is why he's at number 8. At number 7, we got the new Gerald Wilkins. This guy is good. He's good. He's not spectacular, but he's good. Like, every stat that matters is 95 plus, except for 3-ball. Again, even Vogel plus floor general, and his 3-ball goes up to 97. He's got half steady shooter. He's got handles for days on gold. He has got floor general on gold as well, which is irrelevant. Like, gold floor general and no floor general are the same thing. He's got like defensive leader, hard crusher, interceptor. Again, 13 half defensive badges. Really long wingspan. He's got quick dribble style, Pro 3 behind the back, Pro 2 escape, base 70, which is a really nice release. So he's an all-around solid card. Like, Gerald Wilkins shoots the ball well. He can curry. His defense is really solid. And I mean, number 7 might be a little bit low, but he's not good at all on current gen, so that's why he's down here. Where some of these guys are good on both gens that are higher. Gerald Wilkins, like, he's probably like mid-tier in terms of the 40 or so Galaxy or Dark Matters we have. He's probably somewhere around 20. But I would still say in overall cards in the game, he's easily a top 50 card. Then we have got Jimmy Butler at number 6. I hate Jimmy Butler. I was going to say right now, like, I don't mind 22. It's fine release. I don't like it. I don't mind it. It's kind of like a worse version of Rudy release. And the next like 3 to 4 players, the next 4 players are really close. Like, you can have, I think most people would have Jimmy Butler over Gerald Wilkins. I think the next 4 players, people are going to have these in any sort of different order. They're all very close. Again, stats wise, he's perfect. Badges wise, basically perfect as well. Only 12 half defensive badges. I don't know why I'm saying only, basically all of them. Every shooting badge at least on goal except for steady. The only 2 non-Hall of Fame ones are the 2 that don't even matter. He's got basically all of the playmaking badges, and he has got really nice SIGs. Again, I prefer quick to shifty, but that's a kind of preference thing, and it only matters on one gen. He's got a great behind the back, and yeah, Jimmy's a really solid card. But I mean, he's a cone, and he's got a short wingspan, and he's 6'7", and I just personally think that Julius Erving's better. Irving's an inch smaller, but Dr. J is a 3-inch longer wingspan, which I think gives Dr. J a little bit of an advantage. Yeah, you got Jimmy with a little bit extra strength, but again, it doesn't seem to make much of a difference at all. Dr. J, I think Rudy base is better in my opinion than Jimmy's base 22. Profile behind the back, which is on current gen, as good as Pro 3. But to be honest, I don't even use Pro behind the backs much on either gen. It's a speed burst glitch or the side to side spam on next gen. Pro 2 escape and size up and shifty dribble style for Dr. J. 94, 97 speed, 97 acceleration, 97 lateral quickness. Again, 11 half defensive badges. Every half shooting, like literally the same half shooting badges. I mean, they're very similar cards. It is literally the difference between Dr. J and Jimmy Butler is, do you prefer Rudy base or do you prefer base 22? Simple as these 2 guys right here. That is the difference between them. Is, do you prefer worthy base or do you prefer, or not worthy base? Do you prefer Rudy base or do you prefer base 22? And I personally prefer base or Rudy base. So we have got at number 5 Dr. J. At number 4. This one is probably, again, this is just my preference. Most people would have this guy probably higher than the guy I have number 3. James Worthy. 6'9", 7 foot wingspan. So he's got a little bit more height than those other guys. He's got Tony Parker base, which is really good on current gen, but I hate it so much on next gen. And the guy I have at number 3 has a release that's really good on both gens. Pro 3 behind the back, Pro 2 escape, which means he can curry. And again, he is he actually can't curry on current gen, but again, that's not the be all and end all of a card. Like, it's not the difference between a card being good and not being good. He's still got, like, he's got 95 plus and everything that matters. He's got every Hall of Fame badge that matters as well. Or he's got every badge at least on gold that matters. He's got, like, maybe you want to give him Flashy Passer. Actually, that's irrelevant. You know what? Needle Threader. Maybe you want to give him Needle Threader. I don't even know what Space Creator does in game. And you do want to give him Tireless Defender probably on gold. So actually, there are a couple of badges you would want to add to him. But again, you've got a 6'9" player with basically perfect stats and a really, really nice release. But at the same time, like, basically perfect stats here. Basically perfect stats on this card. Basically perfect stats on this card. Basically perfect stats on this card. I mean, stats-wise, basically perfect, because nobody cares about rebounding on a 2-guard or post-game. And on this one here, if you put shooting Grinches on him, his stats are basically perfect as well. So, like, the fact that he's got basically perfect stats doesn't make much of a difference. Same reason why an invincible card doesn't automatically the best, because he's got 99 every stat, because, like, you're not going to notice the difference between 95 and 99 every stat. In any given stat, you're not going to notice the difference. Now at number 3. This one is the debatable one. And for me, it's just because I green with this guy consistently on both gens. Bailey Howell. I consistently agree with Bailey Howell on both gens. And he's got 93 speed, 93 acceleration, 94 3 ball, 94 lateral quickness. Like, look, maybe his stats are a little bit worse. Barely worse. Let's have a look here. Let's have a look in the comparison here. 83 total stats. Plus 5 driving dunk, diminishing returns, post 85. Standing dunk, irrelevant. Post moves, does not matter that much. Plus 5 drop out, irrelevant. Plus 24 passing vision, irrelevant. Plus 10 hustle, irrelevant. Every other stat is like plus 1, plus 2, that really matters. And yeah, block of plus 5 might make a difference, but 92 to 97 is irrelevant. Although, I will say, James Worthy will block a lot more shots because he is a little bit taller. Bailey Howell doesn't quite have the height of a James Worthy. You can probably get away, like, you can get away with playing James Worthy at power forward. I wouldn't because of all the demigod centers. But at small forward, you kind of have to play Bailey Howell at small forward. But he's at 90 driving dunk. He's got half quick first step, half tight hands, half unpluckable. No floor general, which doesn't matter because someone's going to have half floor general on the floor at all times. So literally, if you've got bronze, silver, gold, floor general, it's irrelevant because someone's going to have half floor general and it's going to override it. Maybe you want to give him clutch shooter. He's also got, like, no defensive leader. You know what? That's irrelevant because someone's going to have defensive leader on the floor. Flashy passer, are kind of irrelevant. Lob city passer, irrelevant. The difference is you got Trey Burke on very quick. Kobe's got one of the best uppers in the game. The Kobe upper is one of the best uppers in the game. And it's like T-Mac release just on very quick. Pro 2, Pro 1 behind the back, which is the second best in my opinion on next gen after Pro 3. It's not the greatest on current gen. Like Pro 5 and Pro 6 are better, but I will still say it's probably like the 5th best behind the back, but it's usable. It's a usable one, but again, speed burst is speed burst. But I think it's Trey Burke release on both gens is absolutely incredible. So for me, Bailey Howell is a guy that no matter what gen I play on, I can consistently shoot with. And if I'm making my best possible team, I mean, he probably starts for me on current gen and he's coming off the bench for me on next gen. The only reason he's not, he probably comes off the bench both gens. So I was about to say the only reason he doesn't start for me on next gen is because I got Danny Ferry starting over him. And in fairness, Danny Ferry's better than every small forward probably. I'm trying to think who I have number 1. Yeah, Danny Ferry's better than all the small forwards. Then at number 2, we got LeBron James. Again, 500k, stupidly high price for the card. Can't shoot from the corners, but I mean, he still dunks on everybody. Stats near perfect, no point even looking at them. His badges and stuff, the guy has got 68 of the 75 badges. And the badges that he does not have, or is it 74 badges? Again, relevant to 74, 75, but deep hooks, drop stepper, pick and roller. Again, none of those matters. Deep hooks did matter, not anymore. Ice and veins, irrelevant unless you're on the free throw line. Worm actually does matter. I probably would give him gold worm, especially if you want to run him a power forward. LeBron are very quick. It's greenable. He can curry on next gen, not on current gen. Pro 3 behind the back is good. The only big problem with LeBron is that he can't shoot from the corner on current gen, but I mean, look, he's great. He's a great card. You want to use him as a primary ball handler without question. You're going to want to be dribbling the ball up and down the floor with him, going to the basket, dunking at everybody. He's okay as a cone on next gen, but I wouldn't really use him as that. If you have LeBron on your team, he's your primary ball handler. Simple as, simple as. So, like, you could argue, like, if I'm making my team personally, because I like using the likes of Wiseman, Bobo, if I had everything at my disposal, I would run Porzingis as my primary ball handler. I use Bill Russell as my primary ball handler. Like, if you're asking me for my own personal team, does LeBron fit? No. If I'm allowed to have the choice, I would run with those guys, and then with a Ben Simmons at the 1. LeBron would have to play as a cone for me, regardless of what gen I'm on, and that just doesn't really fit my play style. But at the end of the day, he is still, in my opinion, the number 2 guard. He just doesn't fit my style. Then at number 1, we got Paul George. This guy, I think, fits everybody's style. He's got 97 speed, 97 acceleration, 97 3-ball, 98 driving dunk, 98 lateral quickness. Perfect stats and badges. Again, so many off defensive badges. 6'9", 6'9" wingspan. Paul George base. Pro 2 escape. Quick dribble stop. Pro 3 behind the back, which is incredible. But I'm going to tell you this right now. Paul George, Dr. J, Jimmy Buckets. And heck, if you're on next gen, Gerald Wilkins, I'll put him in that conversation as well. Whichever of all of these cards you prefer, their release is going to be better for you. I personally think Paul George, for the most players, I think PG's release is probably as good, if not the best of all these cards. I think his behind the back is great. I think his ability to move is great. And he's that little bit taller. So I'm going to give Paul George the advantage. But I'm telling you right now, the gap between Paul George and Gerald Wilkins is preference. All these cards are basically, look, you're looking, they're all perfect stats-wise. You've all got all the badges. It is preference. So, for example, if you can't afford a Paul George and you are running with, I don't know, Jimmy Butler as your small forward or your 2 guard, and you think that upgrading to Paul George is going to make a world of difference, trust me, it's not. You could get a 99 overall stat Paul George, and he wouldn't be a significantly better upgrade than this Jimmy. This Jimmy could be you could get Invincible Jimmy, and it's going to play the exact same as this. So, lads, even though I have them ranked below, I'm telling you there is not a significant difference, because I know some people do spend hundreds of thousands of MT where they really don't need to. So anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.